Hey, welcome back to my channel. Um, so, did a shoot this last weekend. Took me a little bit longer to get this video going, and it probably should have been pretty busy. It went well the first day. I kind of want to talk about how this Bergara shot and everything else. It shoots better than I do. I made some mistakes. First day, though, I did get a new high score for me. 1845 out of 2,500 points, and I believe I took fourth place barely. Like I was up there with them, with the top shooters, and that made me feel pretty good. So it went all right. I got an 1820 as well, and then let's see here. I've got one of the scores here, and I'll probably take some pictures of these and put them on there. But then I got a 1520 on my second target. So my first and third target were the best. I screwed that up by trying to adjust my base because I noticed with that anti-cant that I have, I was constantly having to kind of push it one direction over and over again. So I tried to fix that with using the base before I shot the second set of targets just to see if I could not have to fight it quite as much, if that would help. It ended up making me fight it a lot more and caused me some frustrations, you could say. Plus the wind started to pick up a little bit. So I was kind of trying to figure out where the breeze was coming from. It wasn't a bad wind. I ended up just resetting everything on my stand, putting everything just the way it was the first time around. And that's when I shot the 1820, and that was my third set of targets. So did really good that day overall. I mean, my average was as high as what my top score was before, and that was with one of my scores being as low as a 15. The next day, that's a whole nother story. I didn't shoot very well. Ended up with, I think, 1235. I'll take a look at these real quick. I got a 1235, a 1070, a 1050, and a 1135 scores. So as you can tell, way lower. The wind was horrible that day. It was everywhere. Everybody's scores went down. So I ended up in sixth place. First day I was in fourth place. So I only moved down 2 spots, but I learned that I need to practice, especially in the kind of winds that we have at our range, because it's one of those ranges that you could have 4 flags set up, and we're talking 50 yards, 4 flags, and all 4 of those flags will point in a different direction at times. It's more of a whirlwind type setup. So even if you're not feeling any wind, if you have a range flag on your target, you'll see that it's blowing everywhere. It's something I need to practice more on, because it wasn't the gun on. It was legitly me trying to figure out how to read those flags and kind of adjust for those shots. Some of the 1 or 2 of the guys up there, the top shooters, they could figure out, and their scores didn't go down near as much as what mine did because of it. So this is all still pretty new to me. So yeah, the weak link is me. So this isn't type of shooting I've done a lot. I've been doing a lot more just recently, trying to practice more and everything else. But most of the time when I'm shooting, if there is a wind, it's either a consistent wind just going one direction and it's not that bad. So I can kind of adjust for it. I am figuring it out a lot more. It was encouraging that first day to be able to actually score up there towards some of the top shooters and be competitive with them, that I am on the right path. So some more practice. That's what it takes. You end up, I thought rimfire was going to be cheap. That's why I went that route. The guns really aren't that much cheaper than your centerfire precision guns. The ammo is cheaper. I mean, we're talking $10 a box of 50, where you get 20 rounds for $30 if you bought the centerfire side, like the 6.5 Creedmoors, things like that. So in that sense, it is cheaper. But I am going through a lot of ammo, and now I'm starting to see why these top shooters, they'll go through 1,000 rounds in just a month. I would be bankrupt if I tried to pull that off. That's why you reload as well. That will help some, but I don't think even reloading will get your costs down to $10 a box of 50 on the centerfire. So if you're really wanting to learn how to do more precision shooting, things of that nature, rimfire is still in my opinion, the more budget friendly way to go. And at that 50 yards, you're dealing with a lot of the same stuff as the center fire guys that are reaching out a little bit farther. What else to say? I did get told that I came out of nowhere on that first day. So I went from being towards the bottom. I haven't gotten my rankings yet. Right now, I think I'm in 15th, but my big scores haven't hit yet. But that is for the state of Idaho, roughly 15th. Not everybody's got their 20 targets in. Once people start getting those in, we'll see how everything changes. But even with just the people that have shot, that's where my ranking stands. But there's only right now, because the season's just starting, only 20 something shooters that are showing up on the rankings right now. So last year there was 60 plus, and I took 9th overall with Ruger 1022. You can see the buttstock right here of a clone of the one I was shooting. This setup right here is probably my favorite so far. I did get the one custom build that we had here back, shot it. It shoots amazing. It's accurate as all can be. 3 shots, and I was hitting right where my dot was pointed. Like, it was one of the easiest zeros I have done yet to date. But it's having some extractor issues and things of that nature, and I might have to replace the barrel because of it, the chamber issue. It's typical issues with custom guns. You can build 5 of the exact same gun, same parts, and have 5 different issues. That's why a lot of people have people like me that build it and test it and make sure it's working good. But yeah, overall, it was a fun weekend, tiresome. And I think this next match, there's going to be 2. The matches won't be right after each other. There'll be one on a Saturday, and I think 2 weeks later, another match on a Sunday. And then in the future, we're also going to be having some tournaments, some local area tournaments, things of that nature. And that should bring out pretty good crowds, a lot more targets to be shot at. This weekend, I shot 3 the first day and 4 the second day. Kind of wish it was reversed because I was having a better day on the 3 target day. But just going to be keeping at it. And then I should clean this up a little bit. I don't want to do too much. Rimfire's a little finicky when you clean it too well, because then you're starting over pretty much. But we'll see how it turns out. Right. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll link the video I have on this Bergara to this video. That way you can kind of go back and see what is all put into this rifle. And we'll go from there. But hey, help me out, like, subscribe. We've been growing pretty fast considering this channel's just over a month old. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' time, and you guys have a good one, and get out and practice and enjoy yourself. Thank you.